Since 2007, the Studio Africa project has served DC public schools and connecting its students to African art and culture. Studio Africa is a year-long program aimed to provide educational, cultural, and artistic experiences on Africa for elementary students that will enable them to understand the continent's varied geography, cultures, languages, and people. Studio Africa is a partnership between the National Museum of African Art and the Links Incorporated Potomac chapter.
My favorite trip to Studio Africa is the one we went to the museum.
I feel that the museum experience is very important. We visited the African Art Museum this year, and we visited the Artful Animals exhibit. So the children were able to understand how animals played an important role in the African art, and how they were depicted within fabric, within pottery, and other items.
We went to the African Art Museum, and there was one animal that I remember, and that was the African tree chihuahua. And what I liked about it is it had strong, its ears can hold up like one of those deers.
The children were able to attend a workshop afterward. They had a hands-on workshop, and they created masks. So that was a very vigorous experience for them.
Oh yeah, we made masks, and my mask was quite my very own, but it was pinkish and had little foil with it too, and I decorated it.
The most things I enjoy about Studio Africa is when we had the instruments and we had to shake the instruments and play drums and use the shakers.
I learned about the djembe drum.
This instrument is called the jil. Say jil. And I have the djembe drum.
The Anasagrama story was about how the little boy had a fluke and how his father stole it from him. Got to dance and play around with like the people that were teaching us about the instruments and telling us the
The only way you learn about other people's culture, you have to eat their food and you have to sit with them. That's how you learn about the world.
I think my favorite Studio Africa experience was the time that we went to the marketplace and we came back into the classroom.
Going to the market with Auntie Oye was fun because we got to go to different markets and see how they prepared the meats.
At the market, I saw a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits.
They got hands-on experience knowing where to go and shop and how to go and talk and speak to the people, and then how to buy the product and how to cook the product and then how to taste the product. It was wonderful.
The children were very enthusiastic. Even our children who had really not participated before, they took a leadership role in this particular activity.
Movie making, they used a lot of stuff.
We had avocado and we had onions.
They came back and they made their guacamole.
You mash it up, mash it up. Now who wants the...
My favorite food was couscous.
Little ball tastes like rice. Tea that tastes like orange juice.
Those children who had never really tasted guacamole, their noses turned up.
Cilantro and tomatoes.
They had little chefs. They had little chefs cook the food with aprons.
We ate slow food. She called it slow food because it makes you more healthier and you cook it slow.
For you to be healthy and to love yourself, you have to eat the best food. Fast food is no good. So you want to eat slow food. And you want to cook your food.
I think it's important
To eat healthy because
It's important to eat healthy food so you can do strong and healthy.
you stay fit and you have more energy than you would when you eat fast food.
it can help us live longer and help us stay alive.
So, like if you want to become something, you won't get no problems about like heartburn or something.
The children got so much out of it.
They had good culture on the plates and animals in the background.
I'm not sure that I really liked it, but when I tasted it, I liked it.
It's always good to try something new.
It was good.
It was a lot of fun
It
because
tastes good. Maybe better than meat.
we did all this stuff that we didn't know that we can do. It was good too.
It was really good.
During Kwanzaa, we had learned about the different candles and how to celebrate Kwanzaa in many different ways.
We learned the 7 principles:
Umoja,
Ujima,
Kahumba,
Ujema, Kujichagulia,
Nia.
and Imani.
We made wooden dolls, which we use like popsicle sticks, and we glued it together. We had used beads to make bracelets and necklace. We had used this kind of straw to wrap around it or something. We used raffia. We used different type of color clothing for the dolls. We made hats and eyeballs and mouths. And we had made pants and dresses and skirts and jackets. It was really fun.
I appreciate the Studio Africa program because it shows people how Africans learn, and it shows different countries instead of just one.
We learned about different countries in West Africa like Ghana, Niger, and Nigeria.
It shows you how they use art, how they create their music, and how they make things by hand instead of getting it from stores, and how they bargain and buy things and make their own food.
It has been a great experience for me, and I like the things that we have did.
The art program allows them to unlock different parts of their other standards that they would not have done any other way. It's extremely important that programs like Studio Africa exist because there's a part of their brains that's not even unlocked through the arts and the exhibits and the field trips and the interaction and the hands-on that we just can't give them any other time.
They come back with a wealth of knowledge and hands-on experiences that stick with them for some of them for the rest of their lives.
I think it is imperative that they have programs like yours, Studio Africa, because Studio Africa not only introduces them to a world that is out there that they do not know about, but they embody other parts of our curriculum.
Our children are so fortunate nowadays that our schools recognize the importance of bringing in the arts because it touches on all of the intelligences and helps our children to connect one way or another to a particular subject.
Because kids get boring and they shut down in the classroom. They open up when they get on field trips, they open up with art, they open up with music, they open up when they get outside. And Studio Africa helps to do that.